So let's do Script Doctor. And as I've mentioned before, we are in our Saving 1984 series where the entire new original lineup of NBC's 1983-1984 block was canceled. Now, last week we dealt with Mr. Smith, the orangutan who becomes House of Cards. I feel like that one went over really well.
And like the way that this works is like everything we do previously becomes canon. So
yes, but they can't be a shared universe.
We're not doing a shared universe
or superheroes
right now.
In our secret comic book, we are, but in
our secret comic
Script
book,
Doctor, we're not.
Yeah. But I think it's like, to set kind of the tone for what is going to be like their slate. So we already have like a high class drama on the docket. So we don't need another one of those.
Prestige TV.
Yes.
Now I am sending you the second show in our Saving 1984 series, and it is called Jennifer Slept Here.
Oof, I need to dress that title up.
Yeah, well, yeah, we could work the title. We could change it. I think she probably still needs to be named Jennifer, but Jennifer Slept Here. Now, Jennifer Slept Here is a 1983-1984 sitcom that was cut tragically short after one season about a fun ghost that lives in these people's house. It's not spooky. It's just like goofy. It's kind of like My Mother, the Car, the Gun.
I'm getting a very I Dream of Jeannie sort of like.
It is totally an I Dream of Jeannie ripoff. Now, what brought my attention to this, other than the very silly premise, is that would you like to take a guess at how Sweet Jennifer did die? Don't read that overview. You got.
I'm not reading the overview. I'm just looking. So I will say this: one of the things about the show that I already do kind of like is the artwork for it is decorated out to be kind of like a dime novel, which is sort of fun.
Or like a Pulp Fiction thing?
Like a pulp dime novel, which I think is like this the way that, like the text is and the way that she is. So I'm gonna say.
Oh, you're talking about the second photo.
I'm just looking at the photo that's on the Wikipedia.
Okay, never mind.
And so I'm looking. So
how
Jennifer
did Jennifer die?
Slept here. It can't be something super dark, like she's trying to solve her own murder or something. No. I'm just gonna say she's trying to solve her own murder. So she was like killed or whatever.
She was murdered tragically. No, it was an unfortunate. So she actually died in 1963. It's contemporary for the show, so it's set in 1984, but or 1983. But
yeah, so 20 years prior.
20 years later, but 20 years prior, there was an unfortunate mistake. She was a once popular movie actress, who in 1963 made the unfortunate mistake of chasing an ice cream truck near her Los Angeles, California home. When the ice cream truck accidentally backed up, ran over, and killed her. 20 years later, the Elliott family moved from New York City into Jennifer's house in the series. Blah, 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 blah. So, in the series, the story conflicts with the assertion that her death occurred 6 years ago. So I guess the show's not set in 1984. It's set in 1969. I don't know. Okay, that seems like a weird detail.
So, yeah, and it doesn't seem like the characters here look like they're from 1969. So
we just have the one picture of the one guy, so I'm not sure why. But that is the basic premise. I think, as with My Mother, the Car, the Gun, at the end of the first season, Jennifer reveals herself to be real. I don't think because there are any high stakes, but because the boy, Joey, is tired of people not believing him that their house is haunted by a ghost. So he's like, come on, man, show everybody you're real. Because she can appear to people, but she doesn't always. Much like the mother who can talk, but doesn't always. So that is where we are.
So this
My Mother,
is incredible.
The Ghost, the Car.
Like, and once this is going to be so difficult for me to not like just try to League of Extraordinary Gentlemen pair this Jennifer and Mr. Smith together.
That's why I said it. That's why I mentioned it.
That's already like impossible.
It seems so obvious. And we already did Gritty Reboot. I mean, I think we can do more than one Gritty Reboot, but I don't know if back to back that's what we need.
Yeah. One thing I do already appreciate about this show is that anytime like you have it, like I guess I don't know much about ghosts. I don't really interact with them that much.
We used to not talk about them on our show, and now we talk
Yeah,
about
but
them
now
every
we're
week.
straight up. Here we go. We're straight. Jennifer slept here. This is a big milestone for the pod.
It's the spooky month. Well, we've talked about Casper for an
it
entire
is spooky month.
episode.
I think that if I were to interact with a ghost, a la Casper or a la Jennifer, I feel like it would be pretty tacky to ask how they died.
Sure. Especially if it's an embarrassing way, like getting run over by an
Yeah,
ice
but that's
cream
kind of like it seems like the showrunners were like, this is a comedy, so we're gonna do like something silly, and it's just like it's still pretty not good. Like that if that happened in real life, that would be tragic.
They have those big stop signs. Just well, never mind. It's a whole story. But they have those big stop signs and all that loud noise for ice cream trucks, so that doesn't happen.
Oh, it's because of Jennifer slept here. It is a
maybe it is.
Maybe yeah. This is one of those things where she is like, wow, like that's actually like I am still upset that I'm dead, but at the same time, like pretty, excited that I'm affecting change. So, Jennifer slept here. What a weird title.
It's incredibly weird. I think. Okay, my impression. All the human characters, boring as shit. Don't care.
Yeah,
There's a fucking ghost, right? So
yeah.
what if season 2, she's like, Joey, I've loved being here, sleeping here. You know me. That's my whole deal.
Yeah, you know how
I feel like I need to break out.
slept here. That's kind of my thing.
That's like my whole thing. But I feel like, it's been 20 years. I'm 40 now, and I really need to break out on my own. I need to. So she has a kind of New Girl-esque like set of roommates where she's like, I need to, and so she goes and meets other ghosts, and then they have like Ghost House.
I think once you do that, like, because like I think that's great because like let's look here. It's like she is a once popular movie actress.
Yes.
So yeah, like her character's already pretty locked in.
And
like,
you can have like Frank Sinatra there and like all that shit.
I'm not necessarily she's gonna live with them, but I think she's gonna have like a sort of an airy kind of vapid she's gonna be like she'll be dropping pop culture references from like the 60s and being like, I haven't seen this many chickens since lunch at Tony Roma or something like that.
Right.
I don't know.
She's your manic pixie ghost girl.
Yeah. And like she is always looking back to her glory days. So that's kind of her thing in the house. And yeah, we don't necessarily need to have like everyone in the house be like that, but that's kind of her character.
Sure.
So
and you can have like an old Civil War ghost.
Yeah, she's an old Hollywood ghost. So like what are other ghosts we want to see? Like other ghosts that like would play well with her. I think an old Civil War ghost, I think that's great. I think
he's like real he's just like he's a straight man, and he's like he's got a heart of gold, but
yeah, he's kind of Nick in this situation.
And also, can we just say for the Union, like he fought for he's because I don't want to deal with. I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
I just don't want to. It's a fun show. It's a light show. I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah,
but he's a Union soldier. What if because they're ghosts, what if they have a pet like dinosaur? Because
that'd be cute.
Ghosts are around forever, so they've got like a Dino, but it's a dinosaur. I mean, Dino is a dinosaur, but they've got Dino, but he's a ghost. So I think
and his name is Sweet Lord. You gotta edit this out.
No way. I'm leaving you out to dry on this one.
Yeah, sorry. And the dinosaur's name is his name is Dean Martin, named after her, but they call him Dino.
But also Dean Martin is there, and it's very confusing.
No, because I think it'd be because this Jennifer lady, she's like a fake person. Like I think if she makes like little offhanded references to them,
sure.
It'd be like fun where she is like, I just met the loveliest young man. His name is Elvis Presley, or whatever, because she doesn't know who when she died, Elvis was kind of coming up.
So it's a joke about the recent death of Elvis.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, dude.
1970, John Lennon can show up. That'll be cool.
Yeah. That'd be cool. So we have a Union soldier We
Humans are
have a an old Hollywood actress. She's like, kind of full of herself, vapid. Let's
who's our Winston?
um
Oh. We got our Schmidt. We can have like not like one of the founding fathers because that's played out, but like an old Victorian. See, the problem is they're in America and there's only 200 years of history there, so not a lot of jokes there. But what if it's like a colonial, but they're kind of Victorian era? And I know that doesn't track, but I don't care. I want old. I want like a Schmidt. I want Schmidt. I want a posh.
Someone who's
a
like
royalist. So he's
someone who's like really posh and is
and
like
he doesn't know America Won or something.
Yeah, very image obsessed. Or like someone that would have like come across on the boat over to America.
Sure.
Like with expectations of royalty. Like someone that may have like been like a messenger, sent forth by like King Louis or someone to like kind of see how things were going.
Yeah, he's British.
And then
sure.
or like he just like he wants to, or like King Henry, who like is like someone who was sent over to like, make sure things were going well.
Yeah.
And died of whatever, dysentery, who cares?
Okay.
But
none of these people I care, they die.
Yeah. But so like it's like a person who is like who came over and is like still very attached to like that Britain's way is the best way. And that America, so that's the old ghost. So we have Hollywood ghost, we have Union Social ghost, we have even farther back ghost. So we're gonna have like more of a modern ghost. Like, is as modern as we go in 1963?
Okay,
or
here's what I'm thinking. We get some Winston energy in there. What we need is a rascally little girl who loves to play pranks on people who are alive. We need a ghost because there's gonna be humans in the show. Like mostly they're in ghost house, and maybe it's a haunted house. Maybe it's actually a ghost house. The house is also a ghost.
Yeah, and I think so it could be. So one thing I thought that would be fun is if they do in fact live in L.A. and like she's trying to get back in the scene, like she's trying to be an actress again, and like
but she's a ghost.
Yeah,
so
and
she
like
can put on a bunch of clothes,
and
like
all of them. All of them have like LA type jobs or whatever. Like they're all like doing kind of ghosty things, but in LA sort of way.
Okay.
And like her whole thing is she's trying to get back on the mainstream. And it's like funny because, she's a ghost and she's having to like really work hard to like, be a ghost and also an A-list celebrity. But it's not going so well. That's why she has to have other ghost roommates.
Sure. Oh, right. She doesn't have the money. Well, that's what I'm saying.
And what they're paying for this house is beyond me. Well, I think we'll just have to have like one funny human
ghost
character.
Landlord.
Yeah, like he's a human landlord who is just unbothered. Like as long as they pay the rent on time, he is like he does not care who lives in this.
Maybe it's Joey. Maybe we cut into the future and it's Joey and he owns a creepy old house and Jennifer still lives there.
Oh,
he doesn't care because he's like
that'd be a fun callback for the
fans.
That'd
be nice.
Yeah,
it's called Jennifer Still Sleeps Here.
Yeah.
So you know how ghosts wear like a bed sheet, right? So like obviously they can manipulate fabric and stuff. So she's going to these auditions. She's wearing really long gloves. She's wearing like big fur coats and like a big floppy hat. But she's still a ghost though. So there's nothing underneath. So she just tries to like cover up her body as much as possible. But so she's wearing like fancy clothes instead of a sheet to try to go to these auditions. And they're always just like, could you take off your hat? And she's like, I don't think so. I don't think I can. It's part of my character.
She's like this. I feel like my character would wear a hat. I feel like my character would wear bandages across her entire face.
Yeah, I feel like my character would be a severe burn victim. Anyway, can I be in Titanic 2, Titanicking?
Yeah.
Yes. The movie, even though Titanic hasn't come out yet, I guess, but.
Yeah. No, this one takes place. This one is, I think, this one could be like now-ish or like, in the 80s, whatever. Yeah, like maybe she's even auditioning for Titanic. Like that'd be a fun thing because like, the audience knows when movies are coming out.
You know what no one does?
What?
Let's cross over some genres. All right, let's really. Now, this is more gritty reboot. So this is I like Jennifer Still Sleeps Here. I think that one's good. What about Jennifer 2048? What if she's still a fucking ghost?
I mean,
but she lives in the future. I think the thing
is, she's gonna be a ghost as long as she is like unsatisfied. Like, you know, I think
it's like an unfinished business thing.
Yeah. And like that could actually lend to a really nice conclusion where, like, you know, maybe the other side was the friends you made along the way.
Well, and if we want to get rid of characters, if the British guy is being fucking annoying, we're like, look, he's not testing well. We're not canceling the show twice. So he's got to go. Yeah. And then somebody finally accepts. Because there could be like a running joke where they're like, Smithers or whatever the fuck his name is, you know America won the war, and he's like, for now, and everyone laughs.
Yeah.
But then eventually they're like, okay, everyone hates the British character.
Yeah, because
and then they convince him the war's over, and he's like, you're right, and then he goes away, and then we can recast him.
All right, I got it. I got like a good little. He like does a little. This is like a little joke where he says something like, he's like, England will rise again. Then it cuts to the Union soldier, and he's like, now don't you start.
Where have I heard that before?
Yeah, something like that. And then the audience is
they've
like,
got a fun back
the audience laughs, but at the same time they're kind of like it's one of those like ooh.
And then the little girl like throws ghost firecrackers at both of them, and they're like, whoa, and Jennifer's like, oh, you.
Yeah.
And like that's their whole dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
Is she wants to be a spooky ghost, and Jennifer's like, you rascal, I'm trying to be an actress.
Yeah,
I don't know what the union's trying to get back to his dear Beatrice or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. There could be a lot of like, you know, dark humor. There's lots of like good stuff, because it's like, you know, at the end of time it's ghosts, and then like, you know,
like you cut to Joey and he's like doing the dishes, and he's like, for people that don't eat, you guys make a lot of dishes, but like it doesn't make sense, but like who cares? Like it's just a fun sitcom. Like this is one of our fun ideas. It's like, it's just fun.
Yeah.
We're just having fun. It's not a car that's a gun. It's not House of Cards. It's just fun. We're just having fun in the ghost house.
It's because we do there is room for like just kind of a fun little sitcom, and like the hook is that they're ghosts, and like, you know, there's lots of areas to explore with that, and it's fun. Ghost it's just house. Fine, and it's fun. Yeah, dude, I love it. I love this idea. I would totally watch this. Like, yeah, man, this is great. And I like the little girl could be like like a
Punky Brewster is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, or like, you know, like a Huckleberry Finn sort of whatever. I don't know. Like,
yeah, she's a rascal.
Yeah, she's a rascal. Yeah, that's good.
And also we can stencil in whatever ghost powers we want Jennifer to have for our secret comic book.
Yeah. She'll definitely have some secret powers. Yeah, don't you worry about that. But with
they have to go back in time and actually save 1984. But that's like a little tongue-in-cheek joke. That's that's their mission. Is they've got to go back in time and save 1984. But it's like a little like wink to the audience, because we all know that these are shows that got canceled in 1984. Yeah. We'll talk. It's good. TM.
Yeah, it's good. It's good they were writing this like now, like over the course of several weeks, we're writing this now. And
over
it's good
12 weeks, we're gonna write a comic book.
Yeah, because like, and we're getting it's like character by character. It's good that you haven't revealed all the characters to me yet, so that we can really like let this story flesh out naturally.
Well, it's funny because as we go on, you're gonna see like, man, this is the obvious bait is League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. It's like, I know, I read it, I know. That's how I got here too.
Man, we're going to have to really, by the end of this, you guys are going to hear the podcast where we're going to be on phone calls with NBC.
We're actually literally.
Like, hey guys, like we would love the rights to these things.
Well, no, because that's the thing is we can't show them this show. We'll just be like, hey, we've got $80. Can we buy these shitty shows you canceled? They're like, sure, whatever. We don't care.
Yeah, and it's just like, I don't know. The Mr. Smith, one of the Mr. Smith tile puzzles just sold out, so it seems like these shows are starting to get a lot of steam.
And we're like, no. I'm sure it was just I still haven't gotten that, by the way. I mean, it's
you'll get this when we're actually coming out with the comic book, and then we're gonna be in whatever the Hall D or whatever at Comic-Con. They're gonna hold it up, and everyone's gonna lose their minds.
Yeah.